Okay, now we're recording. Okay. Yeah, that's bright. See how that looks. Yeah, it's okay. It'll do. Okay. I apologize for the positioning of this because I didn't realize that the ceiling fan is directly behind me, which is not ideal. I need a lamp in this other corner. I didn't want to move the lamp over there, so I'm just not going to mess with it right now. But okay, so I use Wondershare Filmora. So how easy is it to make a YouTube short using Wondershare Filmora? Well, that's what we're here for. I'm here to show you. So here we go. So like I said in my last video, I talked about my blue snowball. So here it is. I will just show it to you real quick here. That's a little cool $60 microphone, or at least it was at the time I bought it. I don't even know if they still make these things, but they're pretty sweet. There's like 3 different settings on the back. Like one picks up really close. The second one I don't really remember, and then the third one is what I have it set on. It picks up like everything. It'll pick up, like I was filming one time and I picked up like a jet flying over outside or cars going by. If you have the window open, it'll pick up everything. But anyway, get my screen recorder going here. For the sake of the video, Wondershare Filmora is really easy to use, in my opinion. There's something else I was working on. So okay, so for the sake of this video, I will show you just how easy it is. I'm going to take something that isn't mine, that I was going to make into a short. It is late for a meeting, which is this really old stupid mannequin just dancing around. I thought it'd be kind of funny if people, you know, recognized it. So yeah, so you drag something in, really easy, put it to the timeline. So to make it into a short, you right click, edit, nope, that's not what I wanted, crop and zoom, okay. Let's just, I'm not going to do the whole thing right now. I'm just doing this to show you what I do. You can do manual or you can do these autos. You want 9/16, which is the opposite of widescreen 16:9. So let's just show you. Let's say, okay, I'm probably most likely I don't know where I want to start this at. Okay. Well, we're not going to put the whole thing because it's too long, obviously. It looks so stupid. What I've already screwed up on a lot of my shorts is if the camera is going to pan, say like he's moving, say like right like this particular part in the video, for example. Okay, so see how he started? I can't really show you. He started from the left-hand side of the car and then he walks to the right-hand side of the car, okay? So you're going to have to make that pan. If you want to follow whatever you're following in your short, you're going to have to cut it between the segments of the actual video to get what you want to show, like in the general area of your short, basically, because you're cropping it. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean by that. So in Wondershare Filmora, you right click on your file, and the best thing to do first is to audio detach. That'll detach the audio and send it down here to the bottom. Now you can cut it without screwing up the audio because he's going to be walking, okay? So you want to get him in the shot. What I mean by that is if you go to crop it, I'll show you what I mean. See how when you hit play, okay, he's in it, and now it's going to skip and he's out, see? So you're going to have to get him in the shot. So in order to do that for a short, you're going to have to cut that frame out when it skips to the next the different camera shot or what have you. So you cut that out. So that's the reason for putting the audio at the bottom. So yeah, you want to cut that out because you're going to be moving, you'll be panning it over for each one, each segment, so to speak. See, like right here, he's on the right side of the screen, and there he jumps back to the left, and he's going to walk to the right again. So that's going to be a pan. This one's going to be a pan. That one's going to be a little pan. So yeah. So you cut those frames out really quick. And I'm probably just going to fast forward this, a lot of this, because it, you know, takes a little while. So we might just go ahead and fast forward this until I get it to where I want it. And then I'll show you the next step. What did we end up with? 59 seconds and 9 frames. Okay. See how my audio got off? So when you get to the end, click your audio, cut that remainder, and there you have it. Now, for the short, let me show you what I mean by panning. You want to get him in every single shot. So, here we go. You play each one if you want to. He moved. See, he moves. He does move a little bit, so I'm going to pan it just ever so slightly. So you hit pan and zoom, and I could zoom in on him if I wanted to. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go to where it ends, and he's in the center. And then it should pan and follow him. See? Easy. Easy peasy sleazy. So that's basically it. Then you're just cropping each one to get him in the, you know, to get whatever you want in the shot. You're just you're essentially cropping it so that it is in the resolution. You feel me? The shot, the resolution. This one it's gonna pan because he's walking. So yeah, I'm like I said, I'm probably gonna fast forward some of this. So if I fast forward it, then you know that's okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna fast forward this, so we can get him, get all these lined up here. Now for your frame rate, easiest thing I do, take your snipping tool, just snip that so you have it. This is the easiest way to do it. Shrink that a little bit, pull up your snip tool, and then there's your parameters. So when you go to save it, let's just give this a title like, I don't know, test. All the way down to custom. For your short, you want 608. 608 by 1080 is the size you want. So custom, put in 608, 1080. Okay, there's your size. Okay. So then you could look over your snipping tool over there. 24 frames. So you want to make the frame rate. You usually always want your frame rate the same. Now if you have multiple videos and there's different frame rates for each video, like I had one that was 2397. Sometimes it just says 23, sometimes it just says 29, but if it says just 29, it's 29.97, so it's not a full 30. So anyway, you want the frame rate the same. If you have multiple videos, say one is 23 frames, one is 60 frames, one's 50 frames, well then you want to pick like the max and make it 60 out of all the different frame rates that you have. So anyway, since this is all just one, it's 24, so we put 24. The max for this particular resolution for shorts, it only lets you go to 4,000. If I was doing like a widescreen video, it'll let you go higher than that. I could pick 10,000 kilobytes, you can pick 50,000. Obviously that'll make too big of a file size, but generally speaking, the more kilobytes per second for your bit rate, the bigger your file. So for this particular demonstration, 4,000, that's the max on that. I always just keep the audio the same. You could, if you're really picky, like that's 128, I could put 128. I'm gonna pick the highest though. Your bitrate on your video though, that will be your file size. So if I wanted to shrink this, theoretically, if you look at the original video file, it's 804, which is really dinky. I could put 900 and I'd be fine. But me, I'm gonna up it, so I just put it 4,000. For basically every single short I've made, it always comes out to about the same. It's like 32 megabytes. So that's all you need to do is mainly just get your frame rate right, get your resolution, the short size correctly put in, and hit export, and then you hit export, and it's gonna sit there and do its thing. I can minimize, I don't need that. So it's going to be adding for each time I cut it, it's going to be panning it. And you just wait a little bit until that is done. And ta-da, there it is. Probably don't even need to save this. Let's just see what it looks like here. I don't want to show you the whole thing, but let's go ahead and mute this for the sake of the video. You could check it to see if it skipped. Sometimes you might have an extra frame in there that'll make your picture kind of jump. That's the reasoning behind cutting it between each segment of the video if you're panning it. I mean, it looks good to me. I think we're good. So that's basically it. And then you got your short. So that's all there is to it. Easy as 1, 2, 3 to make it short. So yeah, have fun with that.